We could prove it in spades that we have life extension technology in Cape Canaveral. We have it. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you overstand? It's about to happen. Are they going to play with the XRP and the gold and the silver a little more while they're still in power? Yeah, but you have to be smart enough to read between the lines, and the wealth that you guys are going to have is going to dwarf when you compare it individually to all these other people who are wealthy out there. Some of you guys are going to be fabulously wealthy beyond your wildest dreams that you don't even understand or understand. The important thing is what you're going to do with the money. But before we get started, folks, make sure you hit the pause button. Okay, go down below. There's a Rumble link. Go over to Rumble and follow us over there. QFS1776.com is, without question, the holy grail of what's to come. Okay, T-shirts. You got to get yourself decorated. This way people will ask you, what is XRP? What is the quantum financial system? What is this? What is that? And you send them where? To QFS1776.com, where they need to immerse themselves, because we're going to burn down this system down to the ground. And out of the ashes will rise the phoenix. There'll be nothing to go back to. Believe me when I tell you that. Also, our Telegram groups down below. If you want to learn what's coming and you're sort of a little scared, I understand. Believe me, I was there too at one point. And if you need more than $10,000 worth of XRP or $1 million worth of XRP, you come see me. Send me an email at QFS1776@gmail, and we'll get you as much as you want. Gold and silver. Welcome to CarminesGold.com. Don't waste not even a second looking. Cheaper prices just don't exist. How important is it for you to own gold and silver right now? What does it mean to me personally? There's an economy that's about to crash beyond what words can explain. In 5 words, I'm going to educate you on gold and silver. Are you ready? You need to own some. Simple. Folks, if you don't think that another shakeout can happen on XRP, you will be absolutely dead wrong. However, things are looking up once we know for sure that Donald Trump is going to get inaugurated on the 20th. And I do predict on the 17th or the 18th, just like I said in my podcast here that I just released today, I believe on YouTube, that's exactly what's going to happen, $8 to $10 XRP. But don't think for 1 second, because they know that some of you don't have the understanding of what XRP is, and they're looking for the weak hands to shake you out. And the people that don't have the staying power and don't have the patience, or maybe they need the money to pay their bills, which means you shouldn't be investing. Okay, for you to be an investor, let me make that very clear. You have to have excess money that you don't need, that you put in an investment, whether it's XRP, XLM, XDC, or all three, like we recommend, even though it's not financial advice. And you have to have positive cash flow. That's why we constantly offer, business opportunities so that you guys can jump in and tell a few people about a great product or a great service so that you stay in what? Positive cash flow. Why? Because we want everybody to win. That's why. Simple. It's not that difficult. Okay. So we have a different business opportunity for everybody. We have nutritionals, we have services, we have all different kinds of business opportunities. Why? Because not everything is right for everybody. If it was, the world would be square, not flat, not round, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So if you don't have a nest egg, or you're literally in positive cash flow because you own a business or you own several businesses and you got, a tremendous amount of cash flow coming in, you have a nest egg of money saved that's collecting dust in the bank, don't invest. I see people, I lost my job. I had to, get into my cryptos to pay my bills and buy my hamburgers and all that. And so it becomes the crypto's fault. It wasn't your fault. It was the crypto's fault. No, it was your fault because you should have realized that you need to have money that you don't need and you have to have positive cash flow. Then you can invest. The people that lose here are people who are not thinking straight. Let me repeat that. The people who lose in investments are the people that don't have the staying power to be able to weather the storm. You have to be able to weather the storm. If you're on a fixed budget and you got a full-time job and a part-time job, and your wife has got a part-time job and you're having a hard time making ends meet, sorry to say, you should not invest. I'm going to say it bluntly, and it might get me in trouble. You know why? Because that's who I am as a person. I'm very truthful. I'll tell you exactly how I feel it. And whatever's in my stomach is going to come out. If it gets me in trouble, so be it. I don't care. Okay? Invest money you don't need. When you invest, if you want to get to the finish line, you have to go in with the mentality that this is a long-term plan, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. Amber and I have been here for 9 years. I've seen my portfolio fluctuate $300,000, $400,000 in one day. You know what that's like? That's like your balls just went through your stomach. Literally. That's a hell of a roller coaster ride. And I've seen it fluctuate for 100,000, 150,000 in 2 or 3 days. But we've been here accumulating for a long time, and we're always staying in positive cash flow, because when I invest, that money's never coming out for a hamburger or sushi. It's staying right there, especially if I invest in XRP. Now, will I sacrifice some of the tokens like VeChain? Because like I always say, a rising tide will rise all of the boats. And when that day happens, when that day becomes a reality that all the boats are high up because of a high tide, XLM is maybe, $20-30 and the XRP is maybe $200-300 and the VeChains are maybe $8, $10, $12. Will I sacrifice my VeChain? Absolutely. Maybe I won't have to sacrifice a lot of stuff because I think a lot of it's going to get revalued all at the same time. I believe in this dinar story. I believe it's true. Can I be wrong? Yes. Can you all be wrong? Yes. Can we be in a psyop? Yes. But I don't believe so. I believe the monetary systems of the world have to reevaluate. And when they reevaluate, if my dinars are worth $10 million, $12 million, guess what? I don't have to touch anything else. I don't have to sell off anything else because I want to ride this wave of the XRP to the very, very end. I don't have millions and millions of XRP, but I have quite the bags. And yes, I'm going to be very, very wealthy, but I have to have other things that I can sacrifice in order. And that's not a sacrifice to me. See, if you got your dinars are all of a sudden worth, say, for example, just a round number, $10 million, you can live pretty comfortable on $10 million for about 10 years, or maybe even 12, if you could budget it. And just chill out, ride it out. If it takes another 10 years, well, guess what? Somebody, because you were a smart investor, has bought you a shitload of time when that reality sets in. Now, that reality is not going to set in under Joe Biden. That reality is going to only set in under Donald Trump. Now, I know there's a lot of fear porn out there and people saying it's going to be World War III and World War IV. Donald Trump's not going to get inaugurated until March 8th, March 9th. I don't even pay attention to all of the noise. I don't even pay attention to all of the fear porn. You know what I pay attention to? My intuition, my gut feeling. Everybody said Donald Trump's not going to get elected. The fix is in. Kamala Harris is going to win. Well, guess what? They were wrong. I was right. I've been saying all along, the IRS is finished. There are literally dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of articles and news stories and podcasts out there pointing precisely in that direction. Don't tell me I'm wrong. There are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of articles pointing to the fact that there's not going to be any capital gains on your winnings on your cryptos. Watch what they say. Watch what they say they're going to do and compare it to document number 9 at QFS1776.com, and you will understand that even though they're not going to call it Nasara and Jassara, and they're not going to call it anything at all, and maybe the closest thing to Nasara and Jassara is Deutsche, D-O-G-E, Department of Government Efficiency. Maybe that's the closest thing, that's the closest hint they're ever going to give you. And it don't matter, does it? As long as that's what it is, because I could point to the document all day long. The original document lives at QFS1776.com. In the video column, number 9 is the original document that the farmers wrote. They presented it to Congress in 1958. Don't tell me we don't have it, because we do. So with that said, I guess I've been proven right. And I'm not here to pat myself on the back or, break my own shoulder from giving myself praise. Okay? This is not about that. This is about reading the tea leaves accurately. And some people are not. Some people are in it for the moment. I'm not going to mention people by name because it's not important, but you know who they are. They paint a lot of fear porn because fear porn translates into clicks. They're clickbaiting you because they're living for the moment. They got to sell product. People say, oh, Mel Carmine, you're greedy. I'm not greedy. I could very easily paint a, fear porn scenario. Why am I not doing it if I'm greedy? To me, it's not about income. I got plenty of income coming in. I need outcome. This opportunity, by the way, that we keep posting in here, and I don't know if you guys are paying attention, because see, when it comes to becoming wealthy and protecting your wealth, there's no such thing as being over redundant. Let me repeat that. When some of you, I know who you are, and I know how much XRP you own. I know how many dinars you have. Some of you are going to be fabulously wealthy. Some of the people in this room are going to become fabulously wealthy. Why would you not want to triple down, quadruple down on redundancy if it was to protect your wealth beyond a shadow of a doubt? Nobody can ever touch it. Nobody can ever come take your house, your cars, your boats, your jet skis. None of your wealth, and it can be protected under a trust, and it comes with an incredible business opportunity. Why in the world wouldn't you want to do that? That blows me away. Oh, well, Mel, we're going into Nasara, Jasara. Don't leave anything to chance. Double redundancy is good. Triple the redundancy is even better. If somebody comes and says, hey, there's this other thing that could shelter you even more, I want to know about it. You know why? Because it took so long for Mel Carmine to get here. I'm 61, and I keep joking with my wife. I say, I'm going to beat the Colonel. Don't worry about it. Colonel being Colonel Sanders. He became a billionaire at 69. I'm 61, but I feel 16. You understand? If somebody comes and says, I got to wait for you to do triple redundancy, quadruple redundancy, I'll do it in a second because I can and I will.